Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snacks by Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Thank you for joining. Hope everybody's warm, well, healthy. I'm getting ready to dive into this Thursday. Getting a little cold snap here in Southwest Virginia. Got the wood stove going again, and I can't say that I'm mad about it. I love a little bit of wood stove heat. And we actually got enough wood front loaded this year. We had an interesting year last year, so front loaded this year. We actually got enough wood, so we're just gonna burn till it don't make no sense to burn no more. All right, let's dive in. I'm kind of getting a little too chatty. All right, 16th. Michael Iquam de Montiauge. And there is no way that is right, but it's a quote by this guy, or a person, I'm assuming. Could be Michelle. Anyway, March 26th, from God Grant Me, if you want to look it up. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, the person's name. I have never seen a greater monster or miracle than myself. Yeah, I might have to look that up myself. During our active addiction, many of us became monsters. We hurt our family and anyone who dared to care about us. Now, as we sit in our healing circles and listen to the stories of others, we realize that we were not alone in our actions. We often hear tales of people destroying everything they loved. Then came recovery. Now we hear and see the miracles. We meet people whom everyone had given up on. They become good, sober people and good citizens again. We see courage replace fear. We see hope replace hopelessness. We see gentleness replace anger. We have the honor of witnessing miracles in the making. We have been given the gift of seeing the healing power of spiritual principles brought to life in the actions of our members. But remember, recovery doesn't keep us from being monsters. It just gives us the choice. Will we be monsters or miracles? Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me remember that I am responsible for who I become and how I act. Help me to be a walking miracle and living example of the healing power of your love. When I want to act like a monster, remind me of my goodness. Today's action. On a piece of paper. On a piece of paper, I will make 2 columns. In the first column, I will write down ways I have acted like a monster. In the second column, I will write down ways I am a miracle. That's not bad work. I love that. Tangible, actual action items to do on a daily basis. That's good stuff. I have never seen a greater monster or miracle than myself. That's relatable to me. The miracle resides in today for me. The way that I've been able to live through grace. I've been able to find a new way to live and exert myself. Once I started to understand it a little bit better, exert myself in it and toward it on a daily basis, because there's a lot of miracles in my life. I'm a miracle that I'm sitting here. Again, if you happen to know me when I was younger or whatever, it's a miracle. It is no less than the word. That is not an overstatement on that word. I do not believe that it is a miracle that I'm sitting here. But I am. I'm grateful about that. I did not act like I had very much sense. We'll just leave it at that. The monster piece, there's 2 versions of Chris for sure. Miracles and monsters or whatever. The monster can show up if I let drugs and alcohol get into me. That's when it really, really gets bad. I can act an ass sober as a judge. Sober as a judge, I can act an ass. But I give myself, again, grace and cut myself a break these days that I'm allowed to have a bad day, and that doesn't make me a bad person. I also understand way more clearly than I ever did in my life before when that occurs, and if I've shown out in a way that I need to make an amends to somebody, that I need to talk to somebody and tell them, hey, I made an ass out of myself. I spoke a certain way to you, and you didn't deserve that. It's more times than not something outlying. It didn't have anything to do with the person that caught some of my attitude. But I've become a man that can say he's sorry today, that can say he's wrong today. And that is a miracle through recovery, because I always thought that that was like a prelude to individuals thinking, that I was weak or stupid or wrong or whatever the case may be. Again, my thinking, I don't understand what happened with my thinking, and how I perceive things, because I got most all of it wrong, as a child, as a young man, and as a young adult, middle age adult, up to middle age. But I understand that now, and I hold myself accountable to that fact. And the first thing that I have to do, the absolute first thing I have to do every day of my life, is keep alcohol and drugs out of me. I have the ability to say I'm sorry today, because I found humility and acceptance of me in the recovery programs. If I put alcohol and drugs in me, not only do I lose a lot of the abilities to be a decent human and have the ability to call out my wrongs, good, bad, or worse, whatever it is, but just brutally honest, I don't give a shit. I turn into a person that don't care. And I have lived both of those lives, more so in addiction and in heavy usage of alcohol and drugs than out. But being a 56-year-old man these days with almost 30 years of running and gunning or whatever, I woke up this morning with a choice. And I do, what I've been doing for a while, reading my stuff, getting in contact with my higher power, speaking with people in and around recovery to remind myself what I can never ever do successfully again. And that is ingest alcohol and drugs. Because if I put that in me, it may not turn to a crap show today, but it's coming. I may not turn to an asshole today, but it's coming. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And I found out I don't have to be. It's real simple. All I have to do is work my program, and my days get better. So anyway, I'm on the verge of rambling. I appreciate y'all joining me. Please subscribe, share, like, share this thing, tell a buddy, whatever, get the word out. If you see any value in this and you enjoy this, I'm wanting to do it. I'm trying to shoot for like 6 months. I think we're 3 months in. If it picks up and goes, great. If it don't, I might kind of move on, try to do a little something else or whatever. But don't get it wrong. I'm grateful you're here. And I would love to have some of your friends be exposed to where maybe they might find some value too. I'm just trying to speak on recovery, speak on how it was, speak on how it is now. But the most important part in my world that I talk about in my groups or whatever is what happened in the middle. What happened in the middle from A to B? Because that's where the change came. Y'all have a blessed day. Take good care of yourself. And come on back, man, and we will do a Friday. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.